Jay Weatherill has led the charge against Tony Abbott's call for national debate on raising the GST. The Premier says the coalition must first reverse budget cuts to health and education, prompting the accusation he's treating Australians as fools.
Madam Speaker,
a mature debate. That's what Tony Abbott says he wants on federal-state relations, including broadening and increasing the GST.
it might be possible to have a debate rather than a screaming match. That's my hope.
A vain hope, it turned out.
We don't want an increase in the GST that puts the burden on ordinary South Australians.
Neither does election-bound Victorian Liberal Premier Dennis Napthine.
I say to Tony Abbott, show us the money.
The GST is a matter for the states, but certainly it is something that ought to be looked at.
Premier Weatherill's long maintained federal budget cuts to health and education were a deliberate bid by the Abbott government to bully the states into accepting GST reform.
That $80 billion cut to health and education was a deliberate attempt to force the states to come begging for a GST, and we're not prepared to cop that.
He says reverse the cuts first and then talk, but one former Premier says that's a furphy.
That is simply treating the Australian people as fools. The $80 billion is mythical. The $80 billion never existed.
Nick Greiner was speaking at a Centre for Economic Development event calling for a shake-up of federal-state relations.
There's considerable merit in the broadly mooted proposal to increase the rate and coverage of the GST. I think that GST revenue should stay in the state where it was raised.
What they want is to take that gap and make it a yawning, even wider gap. Now, we think that's un-Australian.
Tom Richardson, 9 News.